Been out here for probably about the last 2 hours, and I've been pulling apart what I can anyways. And this booger right here, oh my gosh, I'm like wearing myself out. I gotta make sure that I watch where I step to, because I was trying to put these, a few that I pulled off, in a pile here. But I've gotten all that, and all that, and that right there, those pieces, and those pieces. I should go through these instead of just throwing them all in one, stack them in their own thickness and lengths, and then I would know. That piece right there is broke, so that's why I have it right there. Those pieces they're one piece that are cut, notched, so I put those together, and then those two pieces over there are the same as these pieces right here. And then those long boards right there, I'm not sure where those actually came off of. I don't know if I have another one maybe in here that's similar to that, but those are pretty nice thick boards. They're like 1x2s, I think. They've got to be or 2x3s or 1x3s maybe. I'm not sure. But I'm chugging along. It's April 1st. I got a little warm, so I took my coat off. And then I had to go inside to go to the bathroom and came back out with a drink. I've been having my Spotify on so I could listen to music out here. But this thing right here is taking me quite a while to get it through. For the most part, I've got it all the way up to this part. This part right here, for some reason, I'm having a heck of a time getting it out. I've got it everywhere else out but that section right there, and that is kicking my butt. I could already tell that this is gonna be a pain in my butt, and I think that's where those actually came from, was one that was already taken apart, I guess is what I would say. My plans are, I've figured out what I want to do with some of this wood. I'm going to make me a hen house for the hens that I'm planning to keep for ourselves. That will be separated from our roosters, who will specifically just be for laying for us and family. I want to keep around 6 to 8 of them. Just depends on who I pick out. But I want my house to be able to house 12 total. So I'm thinking that the house itself, I would like it to be like a 12x12, which is basically the size of those huts right there. That's a 12x12. I think that would be more than enough for 12 chickens to live comfortably in, with 6 nesting boxes on the outside of it. And then, have plenty of room for roosting and just plenty of room. And with that being said, that's what I'm going to plan to build with this, because I don't think I have enough to do. What I would really like to do with it would be to build me my shop, but I don't think I have enough here to actually do that. But I think I would have enough to do a 12x12 hen house if I can get all this taken apart and get it separated and figure out what I've got. And then I'm going to utilize everything that I've got here for the purpose of a new chicken hut. At least I can get that taken apart and then done. So I'm just going to keep chugging along on this so you guys can kind of see where I'm at now, and then I'll come back on when I'm probably done for the day. I do eventually gotta go and feed the girls and the babies again, or the boys I should say. I gotta feed them again before too much later. And I did get them dehorned as of April 1st today, so that is a plus. Little Gracie, she's up at the top. Oh no, that's her right there. Never mind. That's Hope at the top. That's Gracie right there in the middle. But yeah. And then the boys, they're back here eating some hay that I threw out to them. Some of them are anyways. And then we got storms coming in tomorrow. My cousin was supposed to came yesterday, but he said it was too cold, and then he said he was going to come today, but he's trying to do all the cleanup and getting the trees and stuff down. That came through the last storm that he got. Was some pretty, he thinks a tornado touched down because he could hear a freight train a few miles away. So with that being said, he got some wind damage at his property, and he's been cleaning that up. Some down trees and stuff. So I told him I could really use his help because there were two of us here. Excuse me. We could be chugging along at this, and my husband does not want to do this. I can tell you that. He's like, I got other things more important to do, and he's right. This is my project, so this is me doing this. It's going to take me a minute to get it done, but I need to get it tore apart and then start building, because Billy says by this summer he's planning to have this whole thing done. Maybe not the horses moved over, but at least all the trees down and the stumps pulled, and then I was hoping to at least try to seed it. I told him just to leave the contour as it is. We don't have to level it off. It's going to cost us way more money to get a dozer and doze it off to level it, and then he's not going to like the way it looks because the barn's in the way here, and then the driveway's in the way, and then the barn down there is in the way. And I just told him we can fence the hills in, and he stated that he could actually go through and make a path and make that level where our ground, or where the fencing will be going in. So I'm just hoping to get some grass seed down, because this that's growing here was grass seed I threw there last year. I didn't even dig the ground up or nothing. I just threw it on there. I asked Lord to let it grow, and this is what we got. So I'm happy with that. The girls have got a little bit of green in their little area too, not much, but if I could get some grass seed from Family Farm and Home, I would put it down there. We need stuff for high traffic because we have a lot of animals on a small area, so high traffic. And so far it's doing pretty good. That little green patch there and all this green here was seed too that I planted last fall, I think, or late summer, and that ended up growing, and then it came back, and it's kind of thick this year. And Billy's like, yeah, this came back pretty thick. I think it cost me like $15. That was it. It was like the bulk seed that you can just get a scoop of it, and it's like $4 or $5 for a pound or something. But I think it worked very well, and pretty pleased with it. So stay tuned, everybody. I'm gonna rest a little bit here still, and then get moving and see if I can't get this thing broke down. So we're back here. Billy decided to go ahead and get us our feed that we needed for everybody, which I appreciate, even though we really didn't have the money to do it. But he went here anyways, and we were all stocked back up again. And then we went and got us groceries too. They're sitting back here. So we're stocked up for the next couple of weeks or so, and then we'll just get back to it. April 2nd, about 8 o'clock at night. Got all the chores done. Got all the feed put away. And we got this massive storm coming in.
If you remember right, the other two that hit 3 Rivers went right down there.
Yep.
But this is going to be close.
Yep.
Right, that's how it went last time.
Yep. It split actually, because that's how Dewajek and Cass and Paw Paw and Marcellus got hit too. I thought we'd stand out and do a little bit of videoing the storm here. Because I don't have much of videoing right now going on. I've slacked off just to try to do other stuff.
Not raining too hard, but enough to get you wet.
Yeah, just enough.
I don't like it. Oh, like a peanut butter.
Oh yeah. Then there isn't a glare.
Light, I can't see the sky. From what I see, it's gonna go right here, just over there on the side, and that like that.
Yeah.
The majority of we're right on the edge of it, right on it. That don't mean that we can't get nothing.
Yeah, because it could still shift a little bit back this
It
way.
doesn't have to shift. There's something,
Just the winds even.
just something forms on the side will be right there.
Yeah,
But this is the direction it'd be coming. So I
right.
can see it. And I'm not worried about a whole lot. It's just that one cherry tree. I gotta get that thing down.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna make these my priority first. I'm gonna get all this shit down. Like even that oak tree can hit the house.
Yeah, that big one that you wanted to keep right there.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's gonna have to go.
Yeah, like that big beech right there, that thing can hit the
I
house.
want everything that can reach the house gone.
Actually, I think any of those trees could actually touch over there. Oh, here comes a little heavier rain. It is moving pretty quickly.
That's what I said. It's not gonna last long unless it blows up.
Well, that whole line's got to come up through here, my love. All the way down to Mexico. It's just one great big line. They're saying this is supposed to go on to here for us till midnight or
The
11.
one I watched, once that red signal's fast, we're out. The rest of it ain't coming here. Whatever's behind it in there. This is it right here. This is the show.
We're almost in the yellow. We're the heaviest of the rains, but what Billy was trying to get at is he doesn't think, because the last storm was so loud and windy, that there isn't much wind on this storm coming. It's talking, but not like it was last Saturday. That storm was wicked.
Hey, Max. Keep hoping it ain't out. I'm not out already.
Oh, her power? Nope.
Hello?
I don't like that light crap.
Okay, I'll let you go, Mom. I just wanted to see if you had power or not.
Well, at the moment I do. John just came back on today.
It's starting to rain now. Starting, it's starting to rain hard now here.
Yeah. Are you in the house, I hope?
No, I'm staying out the back porch.
Gosh. Why are you standing out in?
Yeah. Now, this is the yellow. But they dropped it down, so that's why the wind ain't there.
Yeah.
Which is good, good for us.
Right.
Which I wouldn't wear it anyway. It's being watched overhead there.
Amen to that.
Seems like every year that we live here, it gets worse.
Yes. That is true.
Don't you remember when the first 2 years we lived here, we didn't hardly have no storm.
No, we didn't hardly have any rain. It was a drought.
It's gonna get flooded again. Straight ass flooded. I did put the windows up on that thing, didn't I? Pretty sure I did.
Yeah, you rolled them up when you came back up.
I hope so, 'cause it's raining like a savage now. I can see it. When it's raining real hard, you can see it from a distance coming.
Yeah.
Like right now, all that water, I don't know where this water's going. I don't even know where all that water's disappearing to. Over here by the house. Well, I got the hay in there for the horses, just in time. Like Captain Nader up there now. You can't find your knife?
No. I don't know what I did with it.
Sure it ain't down inside one of your pockets?
Nope.
You know, like it went through your pocket last time?
Yeah. I don't think so. I had it in my my overalls pocket. I was right. Got rain coming in on me. That's right over the top of us.
I don't think it's gonna do much damage. See what Ryan Hall got on.
Yeah.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Joel Fritzma. I'm going to put my camera back up alongside my partner Nick down there at the bottom of the screen. We're Michigan Storm Chasers, and we are tracking a couple of similar storms across the state right now. If your time does not match up with the bottom of the screen, this is live at 8:22 here on April 2nd. You might want to reload your screen, double check. See if it's actually live or not. I know on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube and Facebook, there's a 30-second delay. If you're watching on Twitch, it's about a 5-second delay, so take that into account if you are watching on any of those platforms. A couple hail reports coming in chat here from Bay City region here. Hail, P-size, appreciate you guys. Again, feel free to send in those hail reports to our weather page, or our weather community page. You also have Discord. You can join us on Discord as well. It's discord.gg/Michigan Storm Chasers. We have a damage and survey page, or you can just put it in the Today Weather chat there. But the damage and survey channel is what you want to do on the Discord. So, sails now directly in Milwaukee, directly over our buddy Isaac. Parked right underneath it right now. Wonder how probably see that on text here in Isaac's listening right now. Feel free to tag us if you got any hail reports there. I know he's out chasing. We also have a special marine warning effect now for
Is he eating his chicken? Sounds like it.
the inner Saginaw Bay.
Finally.
All grade to Bay Fort, Michigan until 8:45.
Well, there ain't nothing on the ground, or they'd be on it.
Special warning over the lake. Wind gusts of 34 knots or greater and large hail. So heading pretty much right up.
Just a
from the
severe
eastern side of
thunderstorm
Tuscola County there,
warning.
heading eventually closer to the Huron County region, but it's pretty much going to go straight up the bay in the minutes to come. Chat's flying through right now. Appreciate you guys. Super chat from Mindy.
Shit,
How bad is
that
cold water
thing's way
getting
past
right
us
now?
already.
Cold water's on the edge of that 70-mile-per-hour.
Yes, up this
Damaging
road
winds.
there, there's Marcellus.
So it could get bad here in a little bit. We'll watch this spelling segment as it comes in the region. I'm actually going to go up to Grand Rapids right here because I see these storms are starting to exhibit a little bit more brighter colors. And still a little bit of rotation here. If you're in Plainwell, I would still be on alert for a possible brief spin up. It's a very mini supercell kind of embedded within all the stratiform rain right now. No warning on it, but when you flip it over to velocity radar, you can kind of see where there's some inbound and outbound winds here. And as I say that, it has kind of dissipated, so that's good. See if there's anything else suspicious out here. A little bit of a hail core directly over south side of Millville. Some decent-sized hail falling there in Berry County.
Huh?
You know when it thunders and it shakes your windows, it's pretty loud.
We not having tornado warnings in the state of Michigan right now, so that is a good sign. But again, we have 70-mile-per-hour winds blowing into southern Michigan down here.
70 mile per hour winds?
Moving the radar back and forth a lot. There is two storms in two totally different locations that we're tracking. This line of storms does exhibit the chance for some brief spin-up tornadoes all up and down this line as it heads into southern Michigan. Blowing up the chat. Appreciate you. 99 super chat. First sticker from Leanne. Thank you, Leanne. Bree 199 super chat. Is Battle Creek good for the night? I would hold off on that for now. I see there's a couple heavier thunderstorms moving towards your neck of the woods right now. Kind of have to wait for another hour or two until we clear Battle Creek. So, super chat from Parker. Is Brian and Ann Arbor have to worry? Parker, I would say yes. I would be on alert, especially since if you kind of track this line of storms on its current trajectory with a little bit of a northward expansion, kind of connecting some of these disconnected cells up here. We can see quite the gusty wind segment roll right down 94 in Ann Arbor. So be on alert, Parker, in the hours to come here there in Ann Arbor. Maherms, I did answer one of your